Hello, my name is Clockwork Angel, and welcome back to my podcast. Nobody listens to me anyway, and I want to talk about weird superpowers because I have been watching Peaky Blinders. I don't know why this has anything to do with superpowers, and I've just been thinking about like how cool would it be to be, I don't know, like a top dog, like a mafia guy, or like the best super villain or whatever. I don't know what, but also I don't want to talk about like, oh my gosh, I want to be super strong. I want to be invisible. No, 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 no. We're not talking about that. We're talking about weird superpowers. And I would love to hear your suggestions. Um, Wherever it is that you listen to this, whether you listen to this on Apple Music, Amazon, Spotify, or YouTube. I'd love to hear what your idea of a weird superpower is and why you would want that superpower. This is actually a discussion I've had several times because I love the idea of unique abilities and I haven't caught up, so don't like, well, I haven't caught up on it, but it's one of the reasons I really enjoyed My Hero, the anime, because they introduced a lot of characters with more unique superpowers than just super strength and just the ability to fly and just this like, oh my god, they're strong and fast, they're like a super soldier. It's like, cool, can we get like the guy who shoots sticky tape out of his elbows? Like those are the unique things to me, where it's not just, I love being surprised when you introduce a new character to a story and you're like, "Oh, I wonder what the superpowers," and then they explain it and you're like, "You know what? That makes sense, but that is so cool." I wanna be shocked. I don't wanna be just like, "Oh my god, it's like a Captain America." They're just strong and fast and they throw things well. It's like, cool. Can we try something else? Like where did everybody's creativity go? Now, even they touch on it in My Hero where like not every superpower is, or quirk is not worthy of being a hero, which is totally fine because the superpower that I want has nothing to do with being a hero. But I think it's cool that like you can have a power where there was, I don't remember everybody because like I said, I haven't kept up with the show very much, but there was like Bubble Girl or like things where like they're assisting powers or they heal powers. They're not necessarily fighting powers and front lines people, which is fine. You don't, everybody doesn't have to be front lines or then nobody would be. But I suffer from a wonderful struggle in life, and this is how my superpower came to volition. And hear me out. When I'm done explaining all of the possibilities of this, you will agree with me, I promise. And if you don't, you're wrong. I suffer from hot girl syndrome, also known as IBS, also known as irritable bowel syndrome, meaning my upset stomach, diarrhea, constipation, indigestion, wahoo, is just life changing for me. Absolutely love it. And there has been many a day where I sit over the porcelain throne and wish for the end to be near. Also, for my bowel movements to move because I'm constipated. And I have many a times while sitting there, while constipated, just wanting my agony to be over with, have wished that I could, without any consequence, without hurting myself or breaking bones or paralyzing myself, I wish I could reach inside my own body, remove things or do things, put them back, and it would all be fine. So, for this primary example where it all came to be, is I wish I could reach inside my stomach when I'm sitting on the toilet, grab my lower intestine by that rectum, and just squeeze it like a tube of toothpaste so that I would never have to deal with constipation again because I would just shoot the poop out. Come on. You can't tell me that's not like a wonderful idea, is to never be constipated again because you just squeeze your poops out. How great. And you're like, oh, well, I don't get constipated. Fine. Sorry, you're special and high and mighty and everyone loves you better because you never suffer from IBS. Cool, great. Okay, fine. What about back pain, you know? Everybody's had back pain or neck pain at some point. How cool would it be to be able to just reach inside your back, pull out your whole spine, whole thing, neck to the butt, and just grab it with both hands like in front of you and just like stretch that thing out, get some good cracks in between all the vertebrae, put a little bit of WD-40 in between those vertebrae, a little extra cushion where things have been hurting, just crack that spine, realign the vertebrae as needed, and then just shove that sucker right back in your back. You would not only be probably a little bit taller, but you would have so much relief because all that weight of gravity would have just been destroyed by just cracking all those vertebrae. How cool. Or if you have a headache, you could just like reach inside your head, take your brain out, give it a little like cold water rinse, massage it a little bit, oil up everything and put back in your head, and then boom, headache gone. Huh? Or hear me out, whenever you've got phlegm from being sick with a cold, you could just like reach a scraper inside your throat and just like scrape out all the stuff that, it feels like it sticks to the back of your throat and your nose. You just scrape it all out. Just scrape it and just throw it away. Boom. No more phlegmy throat. How great, right? Women, period cramps. You could just take that sucker right out, that whole uterus, beat the shit out of it. Well, that probably wouldn't help. Ice it up or heat it up. I don't know. Whatever you think works best for your cramps, then put it back in. Or, take it out, scrape that lining out so the period is over with in like 5 to 10 minutes because all you do is scrape the lining out. Boom. No more period. Over. Done. Could go for any joint, if your elbow, your knees are going, you just take those out real quick, throw a little WD-40 in between those joints, do a little crack, a little stretch, put that thing back in there, boom. No questions asked, you feeling fantastic. This could apply to any part, your eyeballs. If you get something in your eye, just take it out, rinse it real quick, and then pop it back in your skull. A little Pirates of the Caribbean action, if you know what I mean. I just don't see where we could go wrong. I want this superpower so bad. The amount of times I wish I could just reach inside my body and just fix things. But I can't. Now, I know that you're all in full agreement with that's the greatest superpower. Weird superpower that you could have. But I'd like to hear your suggestions of weird superpowers that you'd like to have as well, because that's mine. And I know that you agree, but I'm sure that there's some other ones out there. So let me know in the comments on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, or YouTube, wherever you're listening to this. And let me know. But I do have one more I'd like to mention. One of my other personal favorite superpowers. It was told to me as a joke, and I've never been able to forget it. One of the world's worst or greatest, whatever you decide, superpowers is hindsight. Now you may be saying, hey, Clocky, hindsight, that's not a very good superpower. Yes, I see that now. Well, I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching or listening. I'm clocking out. Bye!